Well, well, darling. We may have been interrupted. What is number? How do we distinguish the one from the many? Or, for that matter, the two from the three? A crow, disturbed by 4 men with guns going to hide under its tree, will fly away and carefully count them home again from a distance, one by one, tired and hungry, before returning safely to its nest. But 5 crows lose count at 5. We all know certain things about certain numbers. 6 circles fit around 1, and there are 7 notes in a scale. We count in tens. 3 legs makes a stool. 5 petals form a flower. Some of these elementary discoveries are actually the first universal truths we ever come across. So simply, we forget about them. Children on distant planets are probably having the same experiences of these elementary quanta. The science and study of is one of the oldest, the science and study of number is one of the oldest on Earth. Its origins lost in the midst of time. Early cultures wrote numbers in pottery markings, weaving patterns, notched bones, knots, stone monuments, and the number of their gods. Later systems integrated the mystery under the magical medieval Quadrivium of arithmetic, geometry, music, and astronomy. The 4 liberal arts required for a true understanding of the qualities of number. All science has its origin in magic. Ooh, that's spicy. Yeah, that's hot. That's like so hot. Like, again, for the people in the back, all science has its origin in magic. Ooh, that tickles me. And in the ancient schools, no magician was unschooled in the power of number. These days, the lore of sacred number has been usurped by a tide of quantitative numbers not covered in these pages. Book 1 of Quadrivium is a beginner's guide to the mystic arithmology, a small attempt to unveil some of the many secret and essential qualities of number contained within unity. How great is that? Yes. Come on now. Talk to me, Daddy. Okay, we're going to continue reading. The monad. Unity. The one. God. The Great Spirit. Mirror of wonders. The still eternity. Permanence. There are countless names for it. According to one perspective, one cannot actually speak of the one, because to speak of it is to make an object of it, implying separation from it, so misrepresenting the essential essence of oneness from the start, a mysterious conundrum. The one is the limit of all, first before the beginning, and the last after the end, Alpha and Omega, the mold that shapes all things, and the one thing shaped by all molds, the origin from which the universe emerges, the universe itself, and the center to which it returns. It is point, seed, and destination. One is echoed in all things and treats all equally. Its stability among numbers is unique, one remaining one when multiplied or divided by itself, and one of anything is uniquely that one thing. Again, one is echoed in all things and treats all equally. Got it? Did you get it? Its stability among numbers is unique. Its stability among numbers is unique. One remaining one when multiplied or divided by itself, and one of anything is so uniquely that one thing. All things are immersed in the shoreless ocean of unity. The quality of oneness permeates everything, and while there is nothing without it, there is also no thing within it. And even a communication or idea requires parts in a relationship. Again, all things are immersed in the shoreless ocean of unity. The quality of oneness permeates everything. And while there is nothing without it, nothing without it. Yep, there it is. There is also no thing within it. As even a communication or idea requires parts in a relationship. Like light from the sun or gentle rain, the one is traditionally perceived as unconditional in its love. Yet its majesty and mystery remain veiled and beyond apprehension, for the one can only be understood by itself. As such, one is always alone, all one, and no thing can exist to describe it. Like light from the sun or the gentle rain, the one is traditionally perceived as unconditional. That means it permeates everything. The quality of oneness permeates everything. And while there is nothing without it, there is also no thing within it. As even a communication or idea requires parts in relationship. Like light from the sun or the gentle rain, the one is traditionally perceived as unconditional in its love. Yet, its majesty remain veiled. Yet its majesty and mystery remain veiled. And beyond apprehension, for the one can only be understood by itself. As such, one is always alone. All one, and no thing can exist to describe it. One is simultaneously circle, center, and the purest tone. It looks like my eye. What do you think? Does it look like my eyeball? Sort of. The monad, M-O-N-A-D, one unity. Ooh, duality. Oh my gosh, you gotta take a peek at the picture. Yin yang. And lovers. Little cuties. Little cuties getting it on. Looks like just two intimate lovers with no identity. Gender fluid, baby. Duality, opposites. There are two sides to every coin. And the other side is where the dyad lives. Two is the otherworldly shadow, opposite, polarized, and objectified. Ooh. Again. There are two sides to every coin, yes. The other side is where the dyad lives. Dyad. I've heard that word before. Two is the otherworldly shadow, opposite, polarized, and objectified. It is there, other, that not this, and essential as a basis for comparison, the method by which our minds know things. There are countless names for the divine pair. To the Pythagoreans, 2 was the first sexed number, even and female. To develop their appreciation of two-ness, they contemplated pairs of pure opposites, such as limited, unlimited, odd, even, one, many, right, left, male, female, resting and moving, straight and curved. We might also think of the in and out of our breathing. Positive and negative charges in electromagnetism, and real and imaginary numbers. The dyad appears in music as the ratio 2:1, as we experience a similar tone an octave higher or lower at twice or half the pitch. In geometry, it is a line, 2 points, or two circles. Linguistically, when speaking of both parts of something working as one, we use the bi prefix, as in bicycle or binary. But when the divisive quality of two is invoked, worlds begin with the prefix di, thus discord or diversion. The division. Ooh. The distinction between self and not self is one of the first and last we generally make. Modern philosophers, when they consider two-ness, can get little further than the ancients. All experience a left, right, a left and a right, front and back, and up and down, through two eyes and two ears. Men and women alike live under a sun and a moon, only occasionally remembering how miraculously balanced they seem. I think about that all the time. Because when you're up early, you will see the moon setting and the sun rising. And if you go at sunset, where I am, I can see both the sun and the moon in the sky at the same time. And the moon is rising as the sun is setting. The yin and the yang, the shadow and the light. Where are we? Aha. Yes? Oh, yes. Here we go. Men and women alike live under the sun and the moon, only occasionally remembering how miraculously balanced they seem. The same size in the sky, one shining by day, the other shining by night. We got the moon, we got the sun, we got the light in the dark, sun and the moon, the little cuties doing it, and some constellations. Fun line work up there too. Okay. Moving right along. This book's pretty good. Now let's take a sip of tea. Oh, and I've got my magnesium drink too. Tasty. Okay. I mean, it's late and tired, but like, I think I would be reading this anyway, so this is productive, right? Get a little closer. Let's snuggle. Come snuggle me. Okay. We cool? We cool. Okay. Do I need a little something for my feet? Oh, the air conditioner is on. Maybe we'll turn that off. Well, keep it running anyway, so. This is just, footloose. Footloose and fancy free. Okay, and since I'm up, I'm gonna grab a little something for my feet. Coming. Where you at? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. we're gonna do it, we might as well make it real good. Gotta take a long way around the chair because I got wires and chargers everywhere. Oh my. Okay. Are we ready? Yeah. Did you get your... Oh, done nothing. A cup of tea. That is like hella dangerous. That feels a bit better. Okay. Ooh. 3 is a crowd. Male in some cultures, female in others. 3, like a tree, bridges heaven and earth. The triad relates opposite as their commixture, solution, or mediator. The synthesis or return to unity after the division of 2. It is also traditionally the first odd number. The third leg of stool gives it balance. The third strand of a braid makes a plait. Parenthesis, knots that can only be tied in 3-dimensional space. Parenthesis. Stories, fairy tales, and spiritual traditions abound with portentous, Portentous, portentous. 3s juggling past, present, and future with the knower, knowing, and the known. As birth, life, and death, the triad appears throughout nature in principle and form. The triangle trinity's most simple and structural device is the first stable polygon and defines the first surface. In music, the ratios 3:2 and 3:1 define the intervals of the fifth and its octave. The most beautiful harmonies other than the octave itself and the key to all ancient tunings. The 3 is the first triangular number. The Vesia Piscis form, that's VESICA PISCIS, 2 words, Vesica or Vesisa, and Pisces, formed by 2 overlapping circles, parenthesis opposite top left. Immediately invokes triangles. An equilateral triangle in the circle defines the octave as its circumcircle is twice the diameter of its incircle below left, and the area of the ring here is 3 times that of the incircle. Below center we see Archimedes, 287-212 BC. Favorite discovery: the volumes of the cone, sphere, and drum are in the ratios 1:2:3. Ooh. I really liked geometry in school. Algebra, sorry, algebra. Oh, I'm just looking at another fantastic picture. The triangle going up through the tree, and there's 3 rings that go down to the root. Really fun shapes. Really fun shapes. Y'all are just gonna have to get the book so you can see them all yourself. And then we can read it together. Okay. Quaternity. 2 pairs. Ooh. Beyond 3, we enter the realm of manifestations. 4 is the firstborn thing and the first product of procreation. 2 twos. The tetrad is thus the first square number, parenthesis, other than the 1, parenthesis, and a symbol of the earth and the natural world. 4 is the basis of 3-dimensional space, and the simple solid known as the tetrahedron or 4-facer is made of 4 triangles or 4 points or spheres, and is a fundamental to the structure of 3-dimensional space, as in the triangle is on to the plane. 4 is often associated with the material modes of manifestation: fire, air, earth, and water. And a square around a circle defines a heavenly ring whose area is equal to the enclosed circle. Opposite top right. The solstices and the equinoxes quarter the year. Horses walk on 4 legs, and other earthly 4s abound. Quarter the year, horses walk on 4 legs, and other earthly 4s abound. Excuse me. For a static square is echoed by the dynamic cross. The interplay of cross and square is encoded with the traditional rite of orientation for a new building, where the sunrise and the sunset shadow from a central pillar give the symbolic east-west axis. The principle of the quadrature is universal, appearing in ancient Chinese texts and the writings of the Vitruvius. It survives today in the term quarters, referring to the districts of a city. All everyday matter is appropriately made of just 4 particles: protons, neutrons, electrons, and neutrinos. Protons, neutrons, electrons, and neutrinos. 4 appears in music as the 3rd overtone, 4:1, which is 2 octaves. and also as the ratio for what's it called? I just blanked on it. Colon 3 for the colon 3, although known as the fourth, which is the complement of the fifth inside the octave. Sorry, Robert Edward Grant. That is over my head. I don't have enough background in this area to absorb that. Maybe Robert can explain it to me. Robert, can you come explain it to me? Draw me a pretty picture. Yes. I picked this book up because of Robert Edward Grant. Just a gal with a secret crush for a polymath. Okay. 5, but 5 is spelled P-H-I-V. Life itself. Like a star. Haha. Oh, I love that. I get that. That resonates. Oh, like there's a star there. Ain't she beautiful? Oh, and the Vitruvian Man. Robert Edward Grant talks about the Vitruvian Man all the time. And the 5, the 1, 2, 3, 4 with the dash when we're tallying. Oh, and some footprint, 5 toes, 5 petaled flower. Oh, stars, kaleidoscopes. Ah, I love kaleidoscopes. I need a new one. Okay. The quality of 5 is magical. Children instinctively draw 5-fold stars, and we all sense its fizzy, energetic quality. 5 marries male and female, as 2 and 3 in some cultures, or 3 and 2 in others. And so it is the universal number of reproduction and biological life, a Fibonacci number. It is also the number of water, every molecule of which is a corner of a pentagon. Water itself is an amazing liquid crystal lattice of flexing icosahedra. An amazing liquid crystal lattice, Lattice, of flexing icosahedra, icosahedra. So it's a shape, but it's not capitalized. We'll see. These being one of the 5 platonic solids. Platonic is capitalized. Parenthesis, below second from right, parenthesis, 5 triangles meeting at each point. As such, water shows its quality as being that of flow, dynamism, and life. Dry things are either dead or they are awaiting water. Plants. 5 triangles meeting at each point. As such, water shows its quality of being that of flow and dynamism, dynamism, and life. Dry things are either dead or they are awaiting water. 5s are found in apples, flowers, hands, feet. Our nearest planet, Venus, goddess of love and beauty, draws a lovely 5-fold pattern about Earth as she whirls around the sun, opposite top left. Our most universal scale, the pentatonic, is made of 5 tones, parenthesis, the black keys on a piano, parenthesis, grouped into 2 and 3, pure harmonic intervals involving the number 5, like the major and minor thirds. 5:4 and 6:5 are found in just intonation, intonation, and just is also capitalized in just intonation, e.g. in classical Indian tuning. 5 is the diagonal of the 3x4 rectangle. However, unlike 3s and 4s, 5s disdain the plane, awaiting for the third dimension to fit together to produce the 5th element. Okay, I hear you. Look. Like I said, you're just gonna have to get the book now, because the art is amazing. Okay. I might have to turn down. Turn down for what? Might be bedtime. Okay. All things 6. The hex. Oh. Okay. We're gonna read the hex and then we're going to bed. Yes? Are we gonna stop at 5? No, go to 6. Okay, go to 6. The hexad. Who wants to read the hexad? Oh, yes, I'll have it. All things 6C. 6C. It's SIXY. The hex. The hexad, like its graceful herald, the snowflake, brings perfection, structure, and order. The marriage by the multiplication of 2 and 3. Even the odd 6 is also the number of creation, with the cosmos made in 6 days, a common theme in Scripture. The whole numbers that divide other numbers are known as their factors. The most numbers have factors that sum to less than themselves, and so are known as deficient. Just noticing my little crooked, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay. 6 beautifully is the sum and the product of the first 3 numbers, and its factors are also just 1, 2, and 3. These summing to 6, and so making it the first perfect number. The radius of a circle can be swung through its circumference in exactly 6 identical arcs to inscribe a regular hexagon, and 6 circles perfectly fit around one. After the triangle and the square, the hexagon is the final regular polygon that can tile perfectly with identical copies of itself to fill the plane. The 3 dimensions make for 6 directions. Forward, backward, left, right, up, down. And these are embodied in the 6 faces of a cube, the 6 corners of an octahedron, and 6 edges of a tetrahedron. 6 occurs widely in crystalline structures such as snowflakes, quartz, and graphite. And hexagons of carbon atoms form the basis of organic chemistry. Just add water. The well-known 3, 4, 5 Pythagorean triangle has an area and a semiperimeter, semiperimeter, semiperimeter of 6. 6 is also the pentatonic octave in music. Insects creep and crawl on 6 legs, and the honeybee arranges its dry, waxy secretions into a distinctive hexagonal honeycomb. Truth. Whew. Also, side note, I've never read anything about this or inquired, but I truly feel, I'll show you a picture while I speak. I feel that thank you, that bees buzzing is very tuning our frequency. And I feel the same way with crickets. Like, I will just play crickets sometimes. I love the sound of them, and I think there's very much something about their frequency that is nourishing to our electromagnetic field. They're probably like canceling out EMF or something. This was another lovely story time with the Cosmic Mistress. Thanks for coming. Sweet dreams. If you like what I'm doing, like it, save it, comment, subscribe, so I know you want more. Okay. I have fun doing it, because this is a book I've wanted to read for a long time, and yes, by the time I get to bed, I'm a little too tired. But if I'm reading for somebody else, then I'll stay up.